think we should be good. The Memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro. Hello. Are you okay? That's your foot?
It was a ghastly tale of a winter's night. One of an invisible killer and a crime perpetrated on the pavement along Briar Road.
This was the first...
As the victim lay at death's door, the mystery of just who had stabbed the young lady from behind had been resolved.
Yeah, this was the first... It was the case from the first game.
No sooner had my friend saved that Eastern Exchange student from his harrowing plight, then in the dim, flickering shadows of gaslight, did a second bizarre crime rend the stillness of that very night. I dare say most can still recall the sensational headlines of the day.
So this is with those two goobs.
The condemned criminal's curse. The dread demon of cold.
This is one of those two goobs that showed up for maybe 2-3 minutes in the case and then just kind of dipped.
Upon his arrival at the scene, it only proved to be the overture that announced the rising of the curtain on a most tragic play.
So they were involved in something else entirely. Naruhodo, fledgling lawyer, just starting out on my journey. 6 months ago, I arrived as a visiting student of law, having made the long voyage across the sea from the Empire of Japan to here, London, England. On the way in quite extraordinary circumstances, in the acquaintance of a world-famous detective. Currently, I reside in the attic of Detective's Own Lodgings, from where I run my legal consultancy of sorts. Successfully defended a number of clients in Britain's highest court, some on accident. Oops, let a criminal go free. That's fine. Since a particularly grueling and unforgettable legal battle 4 months ago now, I haven't returned to the courtroom. In truth, I lost my right to return, but that epic trial was just one small part of an epic tale which was now about to awaken from slumber, thanks to a letter that had arrived this morning from my homeland. How's it going, everybody? My name's Twice. Welcome to the channel. It's been, again, a long time since we've done more of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. That's okay. That is alright, because that's part of the reason we chose it for like this bonus game, because it can be pretty easily sliced up into bits and chunks based on cases. So you jump into one, and while there might be connections to other cases, the overall mystery still remains, you know, palatable. Just about to call upon you. The bacon's ready. You better. Not another word, Mr. Naruhodo. Shh. This could be just the abstruse need for my pre-breakfast stagnation-repelling mental stimulation. My dear fellow. I shouldn't have walked outside. I should have taken an allergy medication. This is what I get for exercise. Morning to you too, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, I see. So that's it. The truth is as clear to me as day. My faculties of observation have revealed it yet again. You, Mr. Naruhodo, you have this very morning met with a surprise. Well, is that not the case? Barely warrants explanation. Firstly, your hair is particularly unkempt, somewhat reminiscent of a bird's nest. Secondly, you have neglected to fasten the third button on your jacket. Clearly, when considered together, these two facts point to you having been flustered this morning. Oh, well, bye, kitty. My hair always looks like this. It's been this way since I first met you. Oh, it has. And the button was ripped off last night, if you remember, by you. Ah, yes, I recall the incident now. It was after supper, was it not? As the evening advanced, I picked up my violin, I thought it was violin, and began to play the wailing notes of a haunting tune. But then, to my utter dismay, the third string snapped. Why did it have to happen? Why? Little wonder then that in my vexation I grabbed the first button I saw and ripped it from its proper place. Well, I look back now, please. It's troubling me that I can't fasten my jacket. And it's troubling me that you expect me to know where it is. Somewhere thereabouts on the floor, one presumes. Help. Matters at the present time, my dear fellow, was simply whether or not my deduction was unerring. He said it when he came in early. Well, that really is a surprise. How does he get anywhere? This man is the pride of the British Empire. Oh boy. As always, we may be doomed. She's the author. She still doesn't know that her dad is very, very dead. It's fine. From Japan. I assume this, like, states stuff about the first case that we played a month or two ago. We would have gotten back to this a lot sooner, but all of our weekend streams were taken up with Elden Ring. Alright, just tell me about the letter, please. She's very well. In fact, according to what she's written, she actually appeared as a lawyer at the Japanese Supreme Court in one case. Illegally, but that says a lot more about their system than anything else. Yes, the mustached, twitchy man with somewhat feline eyes and mustache. Read over our case notes again and investigate further. That took place half a year ago. Something that Mr. Natsume said to her, apparently, suggested that the real reason why she was called back to Japan so suddenly might have something to do with that case of the haunted lodgings. Treasurer's hand, found another question about the case. Something Mr. Natsume said appeared to trouble Professor Mikitoba. It was very strange, wasn't it? Yes. I wish we could have been there. Compiled the whole story into a nice neat manuscript ready for publication, too, but then Hurley here was all funny about it, remember? It was very mean. The story must not be published, you said. Very mysteriously as well. Really? I said that? Sure. You perhaps know something about it as well, Mr. Sholmes. Yeah. 4 months now since we were Susie. She left in the middle of the last case. News about our father's fever was just a ruse. Yeah, I think we figured that out last game. Why was she needed back home? Certainly related to the case of the haunted lodgings. There's something, it's like, ever since the third-ish case, like, everything's been tied together. Around the 7th. And I mean everything. Holmes, sorry, Sholmes. Our dead best friend who died to a kitten. Watson and Mikitoba back in Japan. The crazy murder swan lady who also was murdered. The Reaper of the Bailey. Professor McGonagall. All of that's tied together. The whole thing with Lestrade. It's crazy. Or not Lestrade, what's his name? I can't remember because we arrested him. Lestrade is Iris's pickpocket friend. Yeah, and there's still the stuff with the Hound of the Baskervilles that isn't talked about either. Sasaki-san was involved in 2 cases, but only one of them was forbidden from being published by Mr. Sholmes. Ah, found them at last. Give me more. Give me some deets. And it seems like we participated in it, but it wasn't covered. So, in character, we've done these things. Out of character, we have not. We're having to investigation of the fierce battle in the court that followed. Reliving every detail. I just need to find a clue. And I have all the time in the world. Because, of course, I'm no longer allowed to practice law in the courts of Great Britain. Oh, are we just gonna... Okay, we're just gonna literally flash back and... Oh, well, that's fine then. I like that a lot more than trying to make a case that seems important through text rather than a whole, like, exploration and investigation. Yep, almost killed that poor lady. She's fine, though. We scrubbed all the blood, so PG-13. Some Japanese student was walking behind her at the time. He was duly arrested. Yeah, he was fine. Him and his drawn-on eyebrows. He of the extravagant mannerisms and flamboyances. Yep, it was a knife that was thrown at this other poor guy through like 2 stories up by the window, hit a window, dropped down. Improbable, perhaps, but that's this game in a nutshell. I really do need to shave my beard soon. It is getting unseemly, untamed. Head to the hospital. Oh, we never saw this. Okay, so this is where the story leaves off, huh? So this connects to case number 4 from the first game. Or the first half of this chronicle, perhaps. I mean, they're tied together like this, so it's almost just like one giant 10-case game. Considering they took years and years to actually release it in the West. Made very good time. Time is utterly irrelevant. The fact is, I've been waiting for what has felt like an eternity. In point of fact, I myself was awoken at 4 this morning by a telegram boy, and feeling it was somewhat unjust that I alone had been roused at such an hour, I sent one of you. Or sent one to you. There she is. The round mound of rebound. Miss Screen. Sure. Gotta refresh myself a little bit. Artist mannequin. Anything special here? Perhaps a special someone. Anything over to that? Why would it even let me? You know, doesn't matter. Must be a 3DS thing. Can we look in your bag, man? We should just talk to her. What are we doing? That maid might have chocolates or biscuits or caramel. Oh, should I just actually put... Okay, I thought we could actually converse, but... Silly me. Was it your knife that... Are you the man? No, I'm a lawyer. Susato. Pleased to meet you. Oh, now was it your knife then? Are you the one? No, I assure you. Just the Chuchu's soul sister. Heard you regain consciousness and come to give you our best wishes. For me? Thank you. I'm olive green. Artist. Well, no, that's not right. What I meant is I'm trying to be an artist. No, what I really mean is I desperately want to be an artist. But the truth is, I don't have any talent. I know I don't. It's no wonder I was stabbed in the back. I don't think that's related, actually. I guess get confirmation that we were right. Just went over to pick up a book, and I fell into her back. What is a Kokoro, by the way? Or is that gonna spoil the entire plot here? Kokoro. Oh, okay. People are saying it's a novel. Kokoro is a novel by Soseki Natsume. Which is funny enough, actually. Also means heart. The clouded heart. I should never have regained consciousness. It was selfish of me. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Oh. Your surname should be blue, not green. I couldn't possibly claim that. I'm a fledgling artist at best. I mean, I'm a student of art, really, at the Thorndike Academy of Fine Arts. You live hereabouts. Actually, I don't deserve it, but I'm a little flat on bricks. I don't just... Oh my god. How very interesting. Oh no. Is it? No, anything but that. 10 stops away on the underground from here. It's a 3-minute walk from Brixton Town Center. So why were you there today, I assume, is what we're about to ask. Mr. Narrow Fodder here. Mr. Narrow Fodder. Narrow Fodder now. If you're looking for Naruhodo, the lawyer, that's me. Mr. Narrow Fodder. Good. This is for you. It's a message from Mr. Saucy Nutsmeg. Mr. Natsume sent a message to me. Most unexpected. Not seen this note? No, how could I have? You took it from me. It would seem that London's criminals have no intention of letting the great detective rest. A new case comes. A case of murder, no less. We must act at once. Very next day, the murder at the man's own house may very well be the unluckiest man alive. Or so it seemed to us at the time, but we soon discovered it was worse than we thought. He was dead, even though we met him 6 months later. It's fine. Oh, the actor dude. You know, the Shakespearean actor. Ah yes, this gentleman is deceased without question. Thank you. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. People must have liked this guy too much because they brought him right back. Unless they had a plan. They must have had a plan because the game ended on a cliffhanger in the first one. I was finally home after 2 days of misery. I just got out of court. I wake up the next day to this. No early bird should catch a worm like this. Woeful worm without wiggle. So you're in high spirits again this morning, Mr. Mustache. Hairlock Sholmes. Show up. Show yourself to the door. I never invited you. I'll be able to help you. Are we about to arrest him for murder again? Right. So this took place before Gregson. That's his name. Before we arrested this guy. Gives me heartburn every time I see your face at the crime scene, Sholmes. Ha! I deduce, Inspector, that your heartburn is a result of your excessive consumption of fried food. Good morning, Inspector. Don't go touch anything. You too, Sunshine. Bum, 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 bum. Right, they had like boarded up the wall. I remember this a little bit. I'm remembering. I'm sure we'll be reminded. Wait, when did we... Oh, we're literally not allowed to look, so he's blocked everything off. Got it. Well, let's talk to Natsume as well. Hopefully he wasn't here. Finally regained my freedom, it starts happening all over again. Endless existence of excruciating experiences. Here on the ground floor in your room is just one story up, isn't it? Yes, that's right. In a way, we were neighbors, I suppose. Did you know the victim? Were you friends? What's the matter with him now? It's an innocent enough question, wasn't it? He seems so shaken by it. Well, I suppose he wasn't a complete stranger, but did he ever invite me to his room? Never! On my honor, I swear it. What an extreme reaction. You're probably wishing you'd never asked now, aren't you? I found him here, I felt wretched. That's why I sent word asking you to come. We, you say, huh? Right, you're not allowing me to look at anything, even though there's, like, something here that's probably interesting, something here, something here, something here. This whole general, this, whatever the heck that is. Mr. William Shakespeare. No, sorry, William Shamspeare. I was like, this isn't the right era for Shakespeare, guys. You can probably tell he was an actor. Bit of a dead loss as it happens, or just dead. Garudub and Natsume found him. Fella didn't rise at his usual hours. Garudub got worried and kicked the door. Ooh, bad leg. Ah, yeah, you're right there. That jittery Japanese hunchback over there actually did the kicking. Really? Seki-san? Victim's pretty hard up, it seems. Even done some time inside for petty crimes. He had no money, no place to go, and no friends. His only acquaintances were the people in this house. Miserable life and a miserable end to it. So why is he still here? He's not involved in the investigation, so didn't you send him away from the crime scene? Don't tell me you're gonna arrest him again. I'm not saying it's because the fellow looks... Okay, we're just being racist again. That's alright. That would be prudent to take a statement from the culprit. I mean, cohabitant. Oh, that's good. You nearly said culprit there, didn't you? Oh, not again. Does come across as such an odd fellow, doesn't it? How unfortunate. Anyway, can't say much till the coroner gets here. But I don't think the fellow's been a goner that long. Body's still warm. Hello, friend. Can't tell if he's pointing or posing. It's a little bit of both. Made some miraculous discovery. Patience, my dear madam, patience. I've not been here in this room 5 minutes so far. All I managed to deduce is what actually happened. Isn't that everything we need to know? You proposed the idea, I believe one couldn't even see it that way. At the present time, I meant to draw two incontrovertible conclusions. The first, that there was a physical struggle here last night in which the victim fought for his life. Don't mind me. Forget I was here. Sure. Second conclusion is that there was a poison lingering in the air here last night that passed the victim's lips. Nonsense. Alright, why are you reacting so extremely to the deductions, Mr. Natsume? It's pretend I'm not here. Invisible, ineffable, inscrutable, insignificant. Impossible to ignore. Alright, dance of deduction time. Act 1. Yeah, and then there's gonna be an intermission, and will be the Act 2. Caref's observation of the victim reveals to us the events that transpired in this disconsolate room last night. Foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison. Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate, which contains, you'll observe, one half of a sizable bar of soap. Meaningful? Indubitably. Why is the soap set so purposefully upon the dish? The victim's last supper, in fact, yes. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer. It appears that the young man's appetite was his undoing. Taking up arms in the form of his cutlery, the victim engaged in a deadly battle for his life. Yet the struggle against his hunger was in vain, for in the end he couldn't resist devouring the slippery feast. London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of this plate. The soap and the lather about the young man's mouth are too perfectly matched to ignore. Cause of death was clearly intoxication due to excessive ingestion of foul soap. Though personally, I have greater interest in the taste of foul candle wax, of course. Soap poison. Christmas Story was right. Soap poisoning. Cause of death identified, we proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question. Was this suicide or murder? Audience will recall that death occurred during the victim's last supper. The man dine and die alone. The single teacup suggests the answer. To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however. Certainly. A careful criminal could have absconded in his own cup to cover his tracks. Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow. Indeed, what reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock. Though forced open now, at the time of the incident, the door was locked. The sole key was in the victim's pocket. Well, that actually kind of makes sense. I mean, it's a locked room mystery, like, you know, half of all mysteries seem to be. Even Knives Out was a locked room mystery. Acrid aroma lingered in the air, victim met his end in tragic solitude. We can take comfort only in the fact that his soul is well cleansed on its way to the hereafter. No possible perpetrator present. One more opinion, that's an Natsume sentence. Like, I almost don't disagree with the second one. Even though I know it's not going to be true if we're going to be fighting in court about it, but that the soap poisoning might be the worst possible thing I have seen yet. No, wait, no. In one of the previous cases, he thought there was a lion in the in the apartment. So, I think this man would have eaten soap. Well, it's quite apparent. Man had barely a penny to his name. It's a curious thing, but to one so destitute, soap can suddenly appear quite irresistibly appetizing. In truth, I have tried a little soap myself in the past. My dear fellow, it was some time ago now. My postulation was that it would cleanse my gut. And did it? As I writhed in agony on the floor and spilt the contents of my stomach? Yes, I believe it did. Experience taught me a valuable lesson. Soap is quite poisonous. It has an unpleasant taste and leads to great discomfort. In summary, I cannot recommend it. I think it troubles me as well, actually. Yeah. He's gonna get arrested again, isn't he? Excuse me. Lazy day today, everybody. But let's straighten stuff out, shall we? Alright, let's fix this stuff. I don't actually know what the case is here. This is gonna be a surprise for me as well. Poison. Soap. It does look like it was bit into, but I don't know why. Looks directly. Please don't jim the camera. Oh. Guys, I think there's some soap right here.
Take that!
Straight off the ground there. Alright. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course. The other piece of soap reveals the answer. It being the other half of the soap on the table. In short, they weren't eating soap, guys. Even I, with my unquenchable thirst for practical knowledge, took only a single bite. The bowl. Or the teacup, I guess. Still pushing the soap argument, then. Perhaps he's suggesting the man lick the soap rather than eat it. Wonder if that counts as anything. No, okay. It's the teacup. Oh, I clicked on the teacup. Yeah, I know. The T. It was the T. It was the T. I'm sorry I pressed A. I'm very sorry.
Take that!
So, how on earth do you prove who the heck poisoned him with the tea? I mean, it's not Mr. Natsume. Because we've seen him. And also, come on, this poor guy. Oh, just be yawning all day. So sorry. This man died and die alone. A single teacup suggests the answer. Is it gonna be on the ground? Is it gonna be on the ground again, guys? Oh, yeah. No, it's even more obvious.
Take that!
How the heck do you remove that in a chord of wall? Guest presence. Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable. How was it locked? It's too late to go back to the halcyon days of eating too much soap. Alright, well, we're about to get him arrested again. Our bad. Anything? Yeah, okay, so it's the pile of books, right? Natsume's always carrying around a book. Okay, or it's not. I mean, it's Natsume's book, but alright, fine, whatever, whatever. Maybe we should actually... Sometimes you have to take a look at the thing, and then it gives it... Oh, that's outside. I was like, is that my... It just sounds like my computer fan going crazy. Alright, yeah, let's take a look at it. Picture Monsieur the Cook, Canterbury Yearnings, and a meal for Gabrielle. Those are literally the three books that Natsume had. Pile of familiar books, and now we present it. And now we're good. Silly me. Oh, Natsume, what are you doing, buddy? Posing. that how he walks? Apparently. Only one possible conclusion. The victim died here in his room last night as a result of poisoning. And that same night, the victim had a visitor. And that visitor... Oh, you can't stay out of trouble for more than a day. You were even gonna go home. Elementary. Well, you're gonna have to accompany me down to the yard again. But hold your horses. Door, key, locked. Entry, exit, entirely impossible. So flustered, speaking even stranger than normal. It's an alibi? You just made a copy. I live in the same building after all. Plenty of opportunity, I'm sure. But misery me. Sorry, sir. You get a chance to give your side of the story later. Facts speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache. Horrible hairlock charms. He has found himself in our tribal now, hasn't he? Are we accidentally creating, like, an incompetent Moriarty? I wonder if Moriarty will appear. Might be too on the nose. I mean, everything else is on the nose, too. Student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Never imagined I'd be in this position again, but you have to help me. Please, it's been 2 days. Yeah, I understand. I'll come to your cell later and talk about it. One more thing. Poor little kitty cat. Please give him his breakfast for me. Alright, well, big oops. Got him arrested again. You know how it is. Well, at least we can investigate further now. All it took was accidentally getting our friend arrested. Who discovered Shamspeare as well. Did they get arrested? No, I mean, I guess it was only accidental. I don't know. I guess we'll discover that, won't we? What's this? Only if we find the other half of the letter, but... And this is gonna tie into why she came. It's all coming together. Somehow. I'm not sure yet how, but it's coming together. Just one last bottle. Ah, yes, the Reaper of the Bailey. He's got a bone to pick. He should donate some to the needy. He's so reckless with the wine glasses. Costumes. We're not getting much in the way of evidence right now. But the window's bricked up. Because of the window tax. Bricks are loose. Oh, more soap. Is he really into making soap? Bar soap. It's a patch that's different color. Looks like the Hinamara flag of Japan. How wonderful. What? Have they been... what? They're... Have we found a expensive soap smuggling conspiracy? I was pretty sure we'd run over a dead body. I promise I don't have any skeletons in my closet. Run into a dead body. There's a spine on that book, isn't there? So, nothing to actually say. I don't know, I could check take a look at the teacup. Poison reminds me of the poisoner of the swan, whose name is escaping me. Dame Judi Dench. I don't remember. If he wasn't poisoned, then it was probably the cup that was poisoned. I've seen that before in other TV shows. It's a way to, well, usually they do it to like take the non-poisoner off guard, and they're like, oh, the liquid's fine. Actors aspiring to the great stage must practice their arts with or without documents. Act on a related note, perhaps you should set up a mock bench for the defense in your office. You can practice your art every single day. I'll think about it if you promise to don a beard and play the role of the judge. Well, if that would help you achieve your goal. Well, this I have to see. It's a gas meter, okay. Calling for 2 hours of gas. For a person with no money, you'd have to sleep in the freezing cold. Yeah, if you're scatterbrained with no change because you forgot to exchange your money at the bank. Interesting. Looks like you're having a good snoop around, eh? And now I'm just suspicious of anything we see him do because he's obviously in on something. 5 minutes time, this place will be cordoned off by the yard. Oh, I see. Well, we better be leaving then. Did anyone check his pulse? Out, brief candle, life's but a walking shadow, a poor player. It struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. Now, how soundeth the next part? It's a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Indeed, oh happy day. What? Walking Dead. Didn't like that. The fellow isn't dead at all? What's that nonsense he was saying, though? It was just Shakespeare, don't worry about it. Macbeth, of course. Plea from Act 5, Scene 5. The very end, when Macbeth laments that fate was cruel to him because he was cruel. Yada yada. My wife killed herself. The fates. How could they? And a demon poison. It transpired that I hadn't killed him. He was taken by emergency carriage to a nearby hospital for treatment, and Inspector Gregson evicted us from the scene of the crime. Whatever that now was. So, what are we even... What are we even... There's the other guy that we saw them arguing with before. Strange situation. Arrested for murder, then the victim comes back to life. Is that guy dropping soap? What's with all the soap? Why is everyone so clean? Accident, suicide, or attempted murder? Until the truth can be established, I imagine police will keep Mr. Natsume in custody. I suppose so. Let's hope it doesn't come to anything more than a night in the cells. What the man doing? What a chin on that guy. He was arguing with Shamspear, is what I remember. Anyways, let's go see what he just was leaving there, maybe? Yeah, window tax. Yeah, I get it. I'm looking at the package. Poor members pulled on either windows because there's Windows tax. Yeah. I was not paying attention, if you couldn't notice. But also, are we not, like, looking at any of that? I guess we aren't. Well, in that case, let's skedaddle to... I guess let's see what Gyarados are up to. Are they both here? Or did we cough arrest one of them? I couldn't even tell you what would be deserved, honestly. It was all, like, accidental, so... Like a community service thing. Maybe. Who knows? You chaps, eh? Yes, good morning, sir. Thank you for your cooperation in court yesterday. It was quite a trial. As much for Mr. Gyarados as anyone, really. Straight back here after all that business at the Bailey yesterday. Didn't expect to wake up to more Valley nonsense this morning. Yeah. Give us the deets, Mr. Gyarados. Seems like she was at least interred. He rises at 5 o'clock sharp every morning without fail. 5:30 this morning, he still hadn't lit the gas. So I went down and knocked on his door, but no Valley answer. So he broke into his room by kicking down the door. Well, I called on that Roman Japanese chap to do the groundwork, of course. A little premature to kick the door down. I could have just overslept by half an hour. Well, you know, better be safe than sorry and all that. Are you up to more shady business, guys? Oh boy. I wonder if they're like mooching off of his gas or something. Destitute. Well, let's face it, the only redeeming feature of that room is the cheap rent. Anyone want to live in a place like that is either broke or has a bally screw loose. Just doing research as well. Shakespeare, of course. Shakespeare. A few plays for the old, read a few plays of the old bard myself, you know, Romeo and Hamlet and all that. Yes. One of the most highly regarded classical playwright and author. Known as Sao in Japanese. Shakespeare resorted to Sao. Someone was too heavy-handed there. Shakespeare interpretation disagreement leads to shocking murder. Let's hope it's not that. Okay. Ah, son of a... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All good. No big deal. Oh, my God. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's not even a bit. It's just me not paying attention. All good? Cool. Great. Anything strange between then and this one? Well, it almost been about 6 in the evening by the time I got home. Snow was coming down rather heavily, as I remember. It was completely dark already. The actor chap was out at the time. Couldn't summon energy for anything much, so I just sat in front of the fire up here. After 8, 4 Sham Spear got back, and the chap was up till past 1 in the morning, I'll have you know. I suppose he met his end sometime after that. I won't sleep by then, so I'm rather in the dark there. You're up till 1, though. Odd. I'm just thinking it's a little strange, that's all. Mr. Garrett, up here in your room all evening, if I've understood correctly. Not a big fan of stairs. Not this blasted leg. Then, how is it that you seem to know the precise movements of your tenant on the ground floor? That's a very good point. I imagine you could hear noises from the ground floor all the way up here. Does old man like to spy on his tenants? He just crush his poor pipe. Say, I know what you're thinking. It's a bally outrage. I'm ex-military. I don't go around spying on my tenants. Why would I? How'd you know? It's the gas one. The gas tells me everything. I'm well versed in gas. Let me see if I can explain. Let's say I was to light the gas lamps up here. What do you suppose would happen? Well, obviously the room would get brighter. Exactly. But at the same time, the lights in all the other rooms of the house would dim for a moment. I mean, I guess, but wasn't there a candle there too? If he was poor, he wouldn't light the gas, he'd just use the candle. Work out almost exactly what's going on in the whole house. How gosh darn convenient. Yeah, there's the whole, like, curse angle that happened in that previous case that never really came up to much. And I'm wondering if that's going to pop up. Let's... yeah. I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back to continue the investigation. Hello, Chelsea. The guy that was dead wasn't dead. We didn't check his pulse. Now it's just attempted murder. Easy peasy. That's great. It's terrible. Ah, yes, that might make sense. Our lively debate last night was much fun. I'd be sad to think it was our last. Oops. That's another word. I demand to have a lawyer. I am your lawyer. Do you think I am? So, I mean, Miss Green's got to be attached to this case somehow, right? We're just not sure how. Minor just after. Yeah. They're gonna use that T against him. Thanks for the cheer, Joe. Wait, they debated if Romeo or Juliet was stronger? Is that... did I read that right? Who was the stronger? It was a delightful debate. Are we talking like bicep curls? And also the one additional bit. Which is... provided equal power to the 100 bits. Team Juliet won. That was me. And when I left his room, the flamboyant fellow was fighting fit, I swear it, categorically. Cursed existence. Why'd you choose that place? It doesn't seem very comfortable. Because the rent is cheap. There's so little money. It spoke to me. I feel that. Obviously there's a reason why it's cheap, because the room is cursed. The previous occupant, the man who lived there before I took the room, died there. It's only a man, but one morning he was found dead, and no one could explain why. Surely no one would want to live in a room with a history like that. Well, that's where I come in. I have no standards. But I want books, and books cost money. A horrible history is a small price to pay. I realized it would mean I could buy more books. I signed the lease like lightning. First, it was just a feeling of beady eyes boring into my bag. Watching. Oh, that giant chin guy? The crimson chin? I mean, we saw him staring back before, too. All souls who died in that room lean over me in my sleep and try to strangle me. Oh my god. And now I come to think, it happened again last night, too. The very same night, Mr. Shamster was writhing in agony from the poison in his body. I was on the verge of being suffocated silently by those miserable spirits in my room. For the next room with a history to call home. I think perhaps you should try to avoid accommodation with any kind of history at all. Otherwise, I'm scared that you yourself may become history. I wonder if they try to hide the curse. He knows that if people keep dying there, I'll never be able to rent it out again. Oh, that's true. I, for one, wouldn't go near the place. Couldn't help overhearing what you just said. And on that note, I have some good news and some bad news. Which y'all first? The bad news always comes first. When hope is all you have, hold on to it. That's my guiding principle. Right, well, in that case, good news it is. Sorry, but it's just a lot easier to explain everything that way. Why'd you ask me my preference? As you might have heard, the victim was just unconscious. He's come around now. Yeah, we saw it happen in all its terrifying glory. Yeah, he's still being treated by the doctors, but we managed to get a written statement from him already. Are those French fries? They're fish and chips. So, chips being the fries in this case, and then the like battered nugget in the center is the fried fish. It was/is very popular street/pub food in England and Ireland, I believe. Most of the UK. It's in his case, it's a bottomless pit full of them. Implicated someone as being responsible, and of course it's Natsume because. Of course he would. He has a bottomless pit of them. Squeeze, always more. You know, he never... We never ask, but it's very strange. By sweet poison did he seeketh to end my life, that wicked caitiff. So second minutes. So I'm afraid he'll be appearing in court as planned. He'll be wanting to make the necessary preparations. He'll be fine. He's got us in his corner. Once again, he found himself having to take the dock in the whole day. Whether his room was haunted or whether he was just terribly unlucky, I knew I had no choice. The following day, I would represent him in court and do my utmost to break the curse that blighted him. Dog, I've got like 2 things of evidence. I've got soap and a partially torn envelope. That is all I've been given. It is not helpful. Not even a little bit, really. Back here quite so soon. That's my line. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Natsu. It's only 2 days ago I was declared not guilty here. Yeah. Somehow. But now this. Another morning, another murder, and here I am again in this hellhole. Can't keep coming to court. Beginning to think he's right. It really does seem as though he's cursed. I mean, it's gonna be the heckin' Reaper of the Bailey, as per always, right? Judicial Assistant, Miss Mikitoba Esquires, what's the bad news? Oh dear, you heard, did you? Come shouting at the top of your voice. People can't help hearing what you say. Well, it seems that the prosecution in today's trial will be led by Lord Barak von Zeeks. Why did I keep on... Did I always call him Baron? Barak von Zeeks. Literal vampire. We beat him 3 times, and only one of those was an unjustified acquittal. 66%, not bad. The pride flag. How many Ace Attorneys are there? I mean, that's... There's a wide definition, right? Okay, so there's the original trilogy, which we have. That's just 1, 2, and 3. Originally, I believe it was Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, and then, no, sorry, Justice for All, and then Trials and Tribulations. That's 1 through 3. That's like the original trilogy, right? Then they had Ace Attorney Apollo Justice, which is it's number 4 unofficially. They never label them, right? As such. And that's when they tried to kind of shove Phoenix Wright off as the protagonist, and pretty much everyone hated that. So then there was Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice, both of which had Phoenix Wright back in like a leading role with Apollo and also Athena Sykes. So that's the 6. There's the original trilogy, and then there's been like a new trilogy that spanned a while. The original 3 came out like bang, bang, bang right after another. Then there was these 2, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which, as we've seen, was a spin-off that was like completely takes place outside of Ace Attorney normal storyline. You play as one of his ancestors, and you meet with Sherlock Holmes, and you discover things in England. Neither of them were localized until last year. They were on the 3DS originally. And they're just kind of their own thing. There's also a spin-off where you play as Edgeworth, who's the prosecutor of the first game, and then also is like a supporting character past that. And there's 2 of those games. The first one was localized, and then the second one, which pretty much everyone universally agrees is one of like the top 3 games in the series, wasn't localized. It's the only one now of all of them that hasn't been localized. It's very painful. It hurts a lot. The first one was pretty good though. So if they've got to localize. Do another like duology like they did with this one. Just localize them, throw them out there. And then finally, last but not least, there was a spin-off 3DS game with the Professor Layton series, Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney. That's rare and hard to find and a delight. So I guess officially 6, right? But unofficially 11. 5 spin-off games. 2 that kind of tell their own story through 2 games, and then the spin-off crossover with Professor Layton, which is one of my favorite Professor Layton and Ace Attorney games. They should do a TV show. Well, there was an anime that follows really closely to the stories of the games. I believe it covers all 3 of the first, but at that point, you know, why not just play the game? And then they had a movie which loosely adapted the game and was hilarious because it was live action. It's a delight. But none of them have any like new storyline. The movie it was kind of like a mashup, but that's about it. But at least Capcom still supports this, because Professor Layton hasn't had support in a long time, and I'm pretty sure it's a dead series at this point, which is making me more and more desperate to get the games that I sold when I was a stupid kid back, so I can just have them. Play them again one of these days. I just need 2 and 3 back. I have 1, 4, 5, 6, and the crossover, and 7 doesn't exist, and it's a travesty against pretty much anything that they ever created, so it was just a weird cash grab, and oh, it's bad. But Ace Attorney still it's got legs, honestly. I think they just said that this sold like another 500,000 copies. Grace turning Chronicles. Yeah, 3 weeks ago they said that it sold over 500,000 copies worldwide. Which is really good for what is essentially a re-release for them. So it didn't require a lot of extra work. Alright, this guy really hates us. Really hates us. Oh my god, it's the same. How do they keep on finding the same jurors? I don't understand. It's literally 3 of the same jurors from last time. They've been chosen at random. You're new. And then we're back to you. Okay, so juror number 4 has got something to do with this case, more than likely. And then this old guy, who has, I think he's always there. British jury system is so very different to our own, isn't it? Oh, I thought we were going to discuss how it's the same 5 people every time, but that's fine. Oh, so because he was accused 2 days ago, where possible, the same jurors have been asked to return for duty today. So literally everyone except for juror number 4, who we found out was accidentally responsible for the crime. Sure. Okay, that's fair then. The innocent verdict has had dire consequences. Did the accused repent for his wrongdoing in that affair? Far from it. Instead, he used his freedom to perpetrate a most blood-curdling crime. The attempted murder of his neighboring lodger, innocent Englishman. To explain the circumstances of the crime, the prosecution calls its first witnesses to the stand. Yep. Alright. Can I have him not do that, though? Yep, found him. We thought he was dead. We didn't check a pulse. He was fine. Well, okay, he wasn't fine. I guess we should check for poison. What if this whole thing is just like, yeah, he was just like narcoleptic. That's it. Photograph. Oh. Got a weird leak by the gas. Good start. Good start. Actually give me some evidence to work with here. This would be so stressful if you actually had to do this. Like, you had no evidence going into the trial, and you're just like, well, I'm just going to keep winging it until things work out. Good gracious, it's haunted. My lodgings. There have been a whole series of strange happenings in my lodgings. The tenant before me died in mysterious circumstances. A woman was stabbed by no one on the street outside. My neighbor was poisoned, and me. What about me? I've been nearly killed countless times. How? When I returned from the room, I lighted the gas stove, but before long, the stove went out, and somebody tried to kill me. He says that he gets strangled every night. It's because you draw on your eyebrows. Nobody believes it, buddy. I'll raise one more point, my lord. One more conclusive point. Fortunately, the victim has regained consciousness after his ordeal. Name the true culprit. Poison consumed by the victim was administered in a cup of tea that he drank. Night in question. Tea, my lord, that was brought to the victim's room by the accused. We gotta do some, like, forensic investigation on this teacup. Except it's like 1870, so I can't do what we do in the Ace Attorney games. Bottled water, huh? Yeah, so it was in the cup, is what you're telling me. Now the question is, were they trying to kill Saseki, or were they trying to kill Mr. Shamsphere? Considering the guy was staring into Saseki's apartment. Alright, formal testimony. Let's go. Nemo visited my neighbor, took some tea as a gift, we had a heated literary debate about who was stronger between Romeo and Juliet, after which I went back to my room at around 11. Yeah, how was the door locked behind him? Searching takes some time to have an effect on the body. People don't keel over immediately after taking it. The victim would have been perfectly able to lock the door after his guest left. The argument still stands. How do we know it's however you pronounce that? Stretching? Seems relatively straightforward. Excuse me, but testimony does raise one rather crucial point, I think. This tea was harmless. Presumably, though, teacups have been examined for traces of the poison, haven't they? Why did I think that? Well, as it happens, no. We haven't been able to. Didn't we take those teacups? There's no tea left. That screams sabotage. Well, not sabotage, but like a cleaner almost. We can't test for residue on the teacups then? That's silly. Client's fate is all but sealed. We've just started! This guy always tries to end the trial with like 30 seconds. Exhausting. Okay. 9 o'clock news to your neighbor, took some tea with me as a gift. Literally made a nice hot drink. Back to room around 11. Tea to the harvest. Strychnine. What do we have? The book receipt, yeah. The street map, yeah. Torn up, yeah. This heckin' bar O soap. That is missing its indentation. Oh, it's gone though. That is intriguing. Pair of teacups. There's a rim around one of them. Clearly, I shall have to instruct you in the proper way to take tea. No tea ring there. But there is a tea ring there. Drink tea while it's hot. That's the Japanese way, isn't it? Okay. So that's intriguing for sure. But it doesn't seem like people are... Yeah, what's this? Oh, I'm literally not allowed to look at it. Yeah, whatever. Fine, but staying there is weird. We're just gonna press through this, because there's no real, like, crazy contradictions right now. Meet friends. Not at all, not at all! Never ever. Was it below what it's spiced? And, why'd you decide to pay him a visit? Well, he fancies himself having great literary knowledge as a fellow scholar of English literature. Find much to talk about together. Question. That was the topic of conversation as well, I presume. It was the day of my last trial, when I was quitted. Just arrived back at my lodgings when I ran into Mr. Shamsbury out on the street. It was around 6 o'clock. Exchanged one or two pleasantries, but it soon turned into a heated discussion. He was on his way out at the time, though, so I promised to visit his room that evening at 9 to continue our debate. But did I have ill intentions? No, not once. Not one, not two, not any, not at all. Never ever.
Hold it!
Romeo and Juliet. Who was stronger? It was a profoundly pleasurable parlay. No, I'm going to regret asking this, but how'd the debate go? Well, we both agreed that we would reach a conclusion more quickly with a reenactment, so we battled it out, in a Greco-Roman style, naturally. Shamsbury had all sorts of costumes in his room for just such a contest. So when you say reenactment, you mean you were actually in costume? He is Romeo, I is Juliet. And after a vigorous, wild tussle, I came out on top. A victory I'll cherish forever. I dare not imagine the terrible scene of carnage. The fact remains that it was you who prepared the tea and took it to the victim, correct? I boiled the water in my room, made a pot to take with me. I heard that he was too poor to have tea himself, you see.
Hold it!
Unless that weird, gas doesn't really stain like, but it is under the can. It just seems weird. By heaven and earth, I swear it. And the defendant went back to his room at 11 that night. He said it was the lamps, I believe. He talks about the lamps, yada yada yada. If you take poison, you die. Everyone knows that.
Hold it!
30 minutes after the poison's consumed. 30-minute error between when the poison is just in the onset of symptoms. Are they just saying that because that's what it looks like? Because it... Oh, boy. Oh, medical report. Perfect. Delete onset of symptoms, blah, blah, blah. Let's look at it. Causes coma, ingestion of a small quantity of strychnine. Oh, so they've tested, they know that he's been hit with strychnine. No sample for testing. Got it, got it. 1:30 a.m. Okay. But I don't know.
Hold it!
It came after the tea. Drink tea while it's hot. Sure, proverb will satisfy the prosecution, I'm sure. I don't know why. You could just ask the guy, but he could be lying or something weird. I don't know. Gregson just brushes what he says aside. It's really quite infuriating. You need to find an inconsistency in what the inspector is saying. Are we saying that we should talk about the tea ring? You went back to room 11, but that doesn't line up with this. says it was 130. So, I feel like I should...
Objection!
I don't know. Perfect. So either he's lying or they're there, I don't know. Because, yeah, if Gyarados says that's when they left, he'd know. Because of the flickering of the lamps. $2 of missing time. It's the same animation. How do you respond, Lord Manzeeks? Oh, time for the first... Well, is he at ease or is he upset? He's at ease. He's at ease. Considering what cuisine would be best to complement the contents of my hallowed chalice this luncheon. What could have happened, you ask? Oh, no, he's upset again. Do hate to shatter illusions, but my enemy's friend appears to be chasing a phantom idea. So hard to imagine that the victim drank his tea after the accused had left. For example, at the time stated in the medical report. That's around
Objection!
That's gross.
Objection!
There's even more apt saying. There is nothing more refreshing than cold tea. What other sort of possibilities indeed? A visitor. That's a very bold assertion, my learned friend, from someone who has nothing to substantiate it. Or the victim could have taken the poison of his own volition.
Objection!
Shamspear has categorically denied suicide. An idea can and must be
Objection!
Hey, Pirate, how you doing? Good to see you. Pray, forgive the discourtesy. It would seem that the key player in this case has just arrived. Is it the Crimson Chin? Or, Oh no, it's him. It's the attempted murderee. Poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. Is a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Sir, are you? William Shamspear, my lord. Alas, 'twas I undone by these bitter events. I am the victim. Alright. I don't think this is gonna have the effect Von Zeeks wants. But As you wish. Happy am I, Sham Spear, to regale thee with my tale of woe, my lord. I have my own tale of worse woe to tell. I can regale the court with the tale of my perfect innocence in perfect English. Well, that will do, Mr. Ransom. The court now hear from the victim. The very much alive victim that seems pretty pleased with himself. This stupid big old chin guy. We've seen him twice now. Writer of words so sweet they do scent the breeze, an inventor of ideas so profound they compose the earth. The unrivaled poet, the unmatched scribe, William Shakespeare. Or the great bard to be recalled to life anew. Oh, what a magnificent man. Good fellows, I am he who ponders such a miracle. William Shamspeare. Oh, name's Meterman. Adrian B. Meterman. Worked for the Altamont Gas Company East End branch office. He ran away, though, which is extremely suspicious. Sure, it's fine. Why is he here? They were arguing earlier, so we know that they have a history. Sweet poison that didst cross me and cross mine innocent lips. Behold, you have only to rearrange the letters of my name to see that me's a seraph, an angel indeed. Thus be I noble of mind, sweet of nature, and verily honest of heart, as all heavenly angels be. They're actually taking the seraph anagram's idea seriously? Thank you, witnesses, for your illuminating introductions. What is the meter man doing here? The gas man. Alright, give me that sweet, sweet testimony. Yes, it doth pain me, but let the truth be spoken. Truth that wintry night of my discontent. Snow lay about. My neighbor did cometh in the evening, bearing a gift of tea. But merry, bitter was his drink, and when he left, I did fall prostrate on my table. 'Twas the tea alone did pass my lips that late hour, naught else. I was outside this bloke's window in the freezing cold all night, keeping an eye on his room. Why? Who else was at his room but that short little round-backed Eastern fella? Why were you there? That's right. Of course, the bloke's window is all but blocked up, isn't it? But there's a little gap in the bricks where you can see into the room, so spent the night trying to keep my teeth from chatter as I peered in through that. Why? Ah, well no. That's because he's on my list. Buzzing goody body hath not part in this play. I pray thee, pay him no heed. Make no more ado about his tedious words. What'd you say about me? The score is concerned with what happened on the night in question, nothing more. I'm really concerned about a guy who's staring at a window all night. Testimony you've clearly heard reveals there was no one other than the accused present at the time who could have carried out this crime. I'd love to know how that seems conclusive at all. Can we see the window? The window's blocked up. How did you even see it?
Hold it!
When did you drink the tea, my friend? Their discussion about who was the stronger, Romeo or Juliet. Frailty, thy name is woman. Canst thou imagine how dismayed I was? Yes, I had heard of the Eastern art of jiu-jitsu, but ne'er did I dream 'twould be a skill practiced by the comely maiden. Juliet beat Romeo up. Okay, when did you drink the tea, friend? That's right now, that's the most important.
Hold it!
Okay, so he didn't drink the tea. Is what you're gonna try to convince me of.
Objection!
That doesn't sound normal. Oh, wait, let's go back one.
Hold it!
There's something weird. I mean, there always has been, but... I've devoured them all. You've eaten them? Every word be within my skull. Didst thou imagine otherwise? Right, that wasn't misleading at all. Now, could you turn around, do you think? Only poison that past the victim's lips. I don't believe it. I mean, obviously, because we know that Natsume gets out of here, but because this is in the past.
Hold it!
But this whole dynamic's weird. Bricked up horn. As it happened, there's a little part of the brickwork at the bottom corner that's been opened up. I'm looking in through that gap. How are the deductions tonight? I mean, not bad. It's been kind of a slow stream, but I mean, I'm playing through Ace Attorney either way, so broadcasting it don't hurt. Enjoyable as always, though. How are you doing? Them's my orders. That's what I'll keep doing, as long as there's breath in my body. Guy's got a mouth like he's a dog that got stung by a bee. Interest, Mr. Freeman. After the accused had left and returned to his own lodgings, did you see the victim leave the room at all? Like, I feel like we're seeing both of these people lie. I don't know. Therefore, discount the possibility of suicide. Like, are they just guessing that it was strychnine? Because he seems fine. So it just seems like they're trying to frame this this poor guy. And there's been, like, no trace of poison or anything. Because they couldn't test the tea. Was he just faking the whole time? That's what it seems like to me. I think the Shakespeare guys wouldn't... I don't know. He wouldn't blame him. So I think he's got to be in on it, because he's too stupid otherwise. And then the meter man, I guess, is the other half of this conspiracy, but I don't know. Oh, I should have pressed on that. Our bad, our bad. Ooh.
Hold it!
Objection!
What are you even here for, other than to be misleading? Did see the silhouette of that roundback fella wearing a pretty dress. Perhaps started some kind of wrestling match. I tell you, didn't know what to make of it. Suppose that was the Romeo and Juliet championship battle getting underway. Master's honor. Oh, are they about to do their thing where they've come to a conclusion? Okay, so now we're gonna have to prove them wrong. Sounds great. They make a lot of difference. Who is buying that? This person looked at the tea and is like, yeah, I'm gonna drink this in 4 hours. Yum yum.
Guilty!
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Imagine if courts were this, like, extra. I'd be here for it, you know? It'll be fine. They've got to explain this again, even though we've done it before. Summation examination. Victim may not be well off, but he's a noble man and straight up. There's no reason to doubt them. That is not a good... I gotta give them credit, because they make juries seem about as incompetent here as they feel useless in real life. Like, they really they project the average possible, like, jury motivations and, like, decision making very well. And it's 1870 here. Well, I just think he's neat. He's Japanese, so he's very fishy. No evidence to suggest the gangling actor is a fraudster, for now at least. I don't really care, just need to end quickly. Great. Again, very helpful. 3 hours of missing time is nothing when you reach my age. No, nothing at all. Every single one of them seems... I mean, that's so useless. No need. This is really listening carefully to each juror's statement. Yeah, contradictory, pitting them. Yeah, but we gotta, like, press them up until they actually give us useful stuff, because right now all they're giving us is, wow, I just think he's neat. How handsome. How dashing. I hate his face so much. That smile looks like a frozen mask.
Hold it!
Past the victim's lips that night was the tea. That's alarmingly logical, especially for the jury. Chance on them here, you know. You have to speak up. Yeah, don't care. Needs to get it over. Show me the victim's a liar.
Hold it!
I'm gonna get a snack. I'll be right back. No bug snacks today, just fruit snacks. Reason why you have to lie. I'm afraid he's not splendid at all.
Hold it! Hold it!
Oh. Convenient jury member strikes again. I'm wife of the owner of the gas company that they've been trying to track him down for. Bowed in deference to his employer's wife. Oof. That's a new level of low. Oof. I'm afraid there's no end to the lengths the population of the East End will go in order to steal our gas. Grubby little gas thief. You haven't noticed the public gallery in here, have you? The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. Faith, wouldst thou wound me with thy words, were I to let them penetrate the skin? But seraphs hear not insults, only choirs of angels and song. We may not have evidence yet, but my workers won't stop buzzing around until they find it. When they do, you'll find yourself blasted back to your angelic heights in an ultimate gas explosion. Oh my god. Was it a bit about ripping that thief apart you enjoyed? A little before the part about abject violence, if it's not too much trouble. Yes, of course. I don't know how we're gonna convince them of this.
Objection!
Somehow this is enough to, like, throw them for a loop, I guess. Like the last case, it's going to be a jury of completely normal people. We'll get no evidence from them, and we'll just lose. Common thief. It's true, we don't have evidence as such just yet. But the claims aren't baseless, you know. You heard me. Seeing as his operation has already been compromised. His Just the court hears testimony from our East End branch office employee over there. Hey, Val, how you doing? Gasman's honor. I did say that, and as a man of honor, I'll hold to. They flip so easily. If I'm perfectly honest, I haven't heard half what you've been saying, so if this means you'll recap a few points, that would suit me down to the ground. Primo. Playing Isaac. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright, we're able to... that might have been the weakest convincing I've ever done of the jury in this game so far. But hopefully it'll go well. So I'm pretty sure this clown is in on it somehow. We don't have any proof he ever poisoned them. At all. Anyways. No luck on runs so far. Sometimes it just be that way. Binding of Isaac, obviously you can increase your skill and your play. But a lot of it just comes down to, like, item unlocks, room layouts, etc., etc. So you'll go on streaks of good and streaks of bad. And I think that's just part of the fun. But you gods will give us some faults to make us win. So God, mend me. I do swear. I do declare. Swath man speaketh that which concerns him most. Naught but gas, naught but thin air. Aye, it burneth bright a while, but it hath no substance, and it doth reek foul. Boy, what do you say? Do I take it that you deny the allegations of gas thievery? Most heartily, my lord, as thou forgot, I am as a seraph, an angel, noble of mind, sweet of nature, and verily, honest of heart. In fact, you are not noble of mind, sweet of nature, honest of heart. You are a liar. Your testimony should have no sway in this courtroom. It's my considered opinion that at the present time no other possible culprit of this crime has been identified. All testimony heard by the court thus far heavily implicates the defendant. In short, it would not be unreasonable at this stage for me to rule on the case. However, in light of the fact that the jury has expressed concern about the fidelity of this witness, I believe it would be inappropriate for this court not to pursue the plaintiff further. Assure you, my lord, it would be a waste of the court's time. The gas in this case are unrelated. A supervisory role of testimony? Oh yeah! Wahoo! Such a bootlicker. Oh my god. I'm dying. Wait till the boss gives you an earful. It's gonna sting, you mark my words. Do you think gas has gone to his head? I think the man is just a very dedicated employee. Alright. Proud to be the company's East End branch investigator and meter money collection agent. Altamont gas meters accept through penny bits, each coin giving customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas. And yet the meter in Mrs. Shamspeare's room didn't have a single coin in it. Meters appear to have been tampered with, though, and the collection agent has the only key. Somehow he's using all the flamin' gas he wants without paying a penny. That's not thieving, what is? Pray forgive the discourse. The irrelevance of this testimony caused me to turn into my hollowed chalice. Now we must listen to this abhorrence. Do what you will. The truth tends to be buried in the most unusual places. Each coin has a material square scale. A single coin.
Hold it!
That is intriguing for sure. And the wall went over it with a fine-tooth comb. You what? I said? You what? And look on his face, that smarmy smile of his. I mean, you're straight off the wall into the back to the office. You know what? Nothing. Not a trace of it being jemmied open anywhere. Not a single sign. What's happening to my salary result? Down by 3 shillings a day, that's what. A life-threatening situation in a number of ways. What became of that meeting? Nothing became of it, I still got it. Oh, I would like to see it, please. And now I would like to look at it. Alright. Sealed beeswax. Couldn't you just, like, melt it and then pour it back on later? Does that not strike you as suspicious? How do you miss that big ass hole? Oh, wait, a coin can fit through there. You know what it is? Okay, so the red medallions that were on the soap, it's gone now, probably because it melted. It's like mercury or something. So he would essentially continue to use these like solidified mercury things that were probably very cold, and then use it, mold it into a coin, put it in there, and then it would melt out the bottom. And leave no trace and be reusable. This still tells me nothing about why he did this.
Hold it!
Oh, I wanted to not press on that. I wanted to yell. You have to unlock padlock, remove its cover. When I close the cover again, I stick a little beeswax seal on it. You see. Can't remove the cover again without breaking the seal. So we have half this mystery solved. We just don't know what the other half is. Alright. Objection.
Objection!
Trying to say, Lady Altamont, that this meter clearly does show signs of having been tampered with. And over that thing. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with it. There's a big hole in the bottom, guys. Couldn't get a penny farthing through that. Well, just a farthing. Penny farthing. Well, big bite. I'd like to know how it differentiates coins. Shape and size, which includes their thickness. Your designer coin is the exact diameter and thickness of a 3-penny bit. Nothing else will fit. So, I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself here, but
Objection!
yeah, it's gonna say, no, it's contradictory. I mean, it is, but we gotta get there logically. So I guess let's press just to make sure nothing else is there. Or the red medallion was just wax and he would just like heat it up. Which would explain why there's like a stain of something on the bottom there. Oh my god, this guy's so despicable. That smile. Oh, hurrah for gas, hurrah for cash, yeah, woo! That's quite enough of that. I do believe it is significant. No, we must delve deeper. Oh, that's not where I wanted to... you know, whatever. Plate steel welded. No, that's not gonna happen. Mm-mm. Ouch.
Hold it!
I wanted the other one. Yeah, we want different attack. Yeah, we want the differentiates coins. And then, once we have the differentiates coins, then we'll be able to do it. Because the dismantling doesn't matter. It's the coins that they're messing with. There we go. And he had a few others that were cooling outside as well. There we go. We had found that before, but whatever. Present.
Objection!
There we go. Sometimes it just takes a little extra work getting to where your logic's already taken you. Question is, how is this, like, helping Sham Spear at all? That's a bar of soap. Guys, do you think it's the one piece
Got it!
that's on the soap that isn't a bar of soap? Get away. Sounds rather like a highway lot robbery. Hand over your coins, ladies and gentlemen, please. You must. Yeah. It couldn't be more snug. So, your assertion amounts to what? Some inferior bar of soap is a tentative connection to the theft of gas? Yes! That's correct, thank you. That's what we're dealing with, isn't it? There's one form of black magic that could cause the fake coins to disappear in thin air, yes. Meter here gives it away. Just melt it down. Remnants of the method used. I mean, here. In the hole. That's where he melts it. So, of course, ice. Why was it red, though? I'm not so sure about this one. Why was it red? Boy, I'm glad we fought for a corporation. They really needed it. Oh, the rust. Yeah, that makes sense. Any idea how much money we spent to develop that new meter? Now you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it totally useless? Well, I'm fairly sure I didn't design it. Evidence. Sorry? I want evidence. If you're gonna stand there and tell me our meters are rubbish, I want to see proof. This isn't even part of the... This isn't even part of the stinking trial. Yeah, there's a big stain of water on below the heckin' meter. It's in the picture.
Take that!
Still don't know what the envelope is about, though, or... Look at this weird stain. This is awful. Bar of soap broken in half. It's like he wasn't eating the soap. Certainly not. A meal of soap is sounding increasingly likely. Throwing my hand up in despair, and happened to catch my hollowed bottle on the way. Pray, forgive my maladroit mistake. What's the meaning of this, counsel? Well, allow me to pose my learned friend a question. What exactly did you establish, here? Well, he's a liar and a thief. In other words, his testimony is unreliable. I'll assume the man is a liar. Now allow me to pose another question. What possible difference does that make? Mr. Vampire is wasting wine. Yeah, wine. Suicide cannot be discounted. Investigation revealed no signs of another vessel that contained poison. No visitors except the accused. No gasman's testimony, no reason to doubt. Let's confirm that. Yeah, poison could affect victims' bodies via tea. See no evidence whatsoever. Suggests otherwise. Yeah. I mean, you're asking good questions because I don't know the answer either. I just kind of wing it. I've interviewed a parrot before in this game, just to try to win a case. I've interviewed a killer whale. Both were successful, mind you. I mean, it made a difference. And like always, we're gonna raise an objection and just kinda hope it works. Counsel, you successfully explained everything. You identified and substantiated the unscrupulous method employed by Mr. Shams to consume gas. What's more is there to discuss. Just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point, but contrary to what he would have the court believe, not all of them have been objectively established at all. At least one of those facts is an assumption made due to a lack of evidence. The situation has changed now following the cross-examination of the latest witness to take the stand. We're gonna say that the vessel... to reconsider, namely, someone else responsible. Was there another visitor? What's the poison in the tea? They didn't find another vessel, but that doesn't... Yeah.
Objection!
Can we finally have them test this teapot for residue?
Objection!
Objection!
Ludicrously. Detectives investigated the scene exhaustively. What evidence are you suggesting they missed? These you know, I just take evidence from the crime scene. You know. I'm just a silly goose like that.
Take that!
Do we not want the tea residue? Okay, I guess we didn't want the tea residue from the teacups. So we're worried about the letter? That seems strange. But it's the only other thing that was at the scene of the crime.
Take that!
Nope. Oh, no. So we're saying that the poison was in the tea, the soap?
Take that!
The soap again? It's always the soap? Are we ahead of ourselves on the cup being poisoned? Fake coins and soap are made from frozen tea. Remind the court of a statement made by Mr. Natsume early in this trial. So he didn't have any water to use to freeze his coins. He used the tea to make his fake coins, which is why it was red. 2 bars of soap on the window ledge. Blah blah blah. They were both red at the time. Even as we speak, some of the defendant's tea is still present at the scene, so we can test it for poison. See, I tampered with a crime scene, but I tampered in a good way. It's all good. 1870s, easy peasy. Crime scene manipulation. See, I don't think he poisoned himself. I still am, like, under the pretty... They didn't even test him. They're just like, yeah, he's dead. I think he was just acting, and I don't know why. Like, I'm still unsure. Maybe he got, like, a bill or something, and he's like, time to, I don't know, sue the guy that tried to poison me? That's all I can think of. And that's what the letter's gonna be. Same hour tomorrow. Oh, more investigations, eh? So there might actually be a lot more to this. A lot more than we expected. Is it gonna be investigation part 2? Because if so, oh god, yeah. So we're done for the night, I think. Otherwise, we'll be here for another 3 hours. I didn't want to go too late today, so we got halfway through case 2. We'll do more of this sooner rather than later, because other than next week, next weekend, which I'm out for, I should have more time to do so. 3 more hours it is then. 3.5 more hours if this is only the halfway point. We started at like 4:30. No, I've got to make dinner. Otherwise, I'm gonna get grumpy. Grumpy. So I'm apologetic. But I must leave. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Next week is gonna be all Binding of Isaac. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And then the following week, Monday and Tuesday will be off. And then we'll just have that Thursday to kind of get back in the swing of things. Might just play some Isaac there as well. And then Subnautica the following week. We might also do like a Friday stream by the time we get back. Like a Thursday, Friday. Friday will be the other half of this. We'll figure it out. Next week's all Binding of Isaac. It'll just be a good old time. So look forward to it. Other than that, hey, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great Mother's Day tomorrow. If you so choose. And other than that, yeah, that's all I got for you. Toodles for now.